from the Las Vegas studio on the Strip. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I'm Brad. So hot, Tony. I mean, that's all we kept talking about the last several shows, and you got the L. Better luck next time.
Okay. Right. It was Houston. They left plenty of chances on the bases early in the game and didn't capitalize on the chances as a 4-2 baseball loss. Had to take them occasionally. Did come through both plays in the NBA. I did like the Heat.
With you, what are your thoughts and opinions?
UL Monroe and Army. Army's playing their second game after a big blowout from Tony last week. So nice call on that. And will they be able to put it back to back is a big question for Army, because Army has not been a covering monster. 7, but quite the big game last week. So, I got to lean towards Army on the game, but it's going to be tough for them to they're either going to blow them out again or they're going to be a little bit flat from that game. But I bet that they're probably going to parlay that win.
Dell, Army at home. Who do you like?
Good morning, Brad. For this game, a little bit too much points for me there. Something that was pretty interesting, though, on the total. I think 94% of the bets right now are on the under for this game. It's sitting at 54.5. Might be worth considering on the over. It's really hard to take an over with such a run-heavy team like that, but I am starting to look at it. I have to figure out a little bit more about UL Monroe, kind of how they play too, but my initial lean is going to be on this over, but I don't like this. I'm initially leaning on that over.
Tony, you always have something to say, and I know you like Army. You like the discipline.
Well, last week I liked Army against a team that had no clue as to what kind of offense they were going to see. But this is a completely different scenario. Last week the spread was 3.5. This week it's 19. No, 19. Little Paul Hardcastle from the 1980s there. But I think that's going to be a little too big a boat to float for Army. I'm very skeptical. It goes back into the perception, the psychological portion of sports gambling. This is a perfect example of that. Army crushed these guys. I mean, they beat Middle Tennessee into the dirt. If you watch that game, you thought you were watching a top 10 team play last week. Okay? That was perception. In reality, Army's just another mediocre team. At the end of when all the dust settles at the end of the year, they're probably going to be right in the middle of the pack at best. So, with that thought process, even the line's going to be inflated based solely on what they saw last week. Not whether or not, not taking it into consideration how the lack of preparation for Middle Tennessee. None of that is being considered. That you just go by what you saw, a massive blowout. So my first gut instinct would be to take the points here, but I'm not ready to jump on a play, but certainly be careful taking Army based on what you saw in the last game. That's the worst mistake you can make.
19 points is a lot of points. Let's move to game number 2 in college football. We have Georgia Tech at Florida State University. Oh, Tony, go ahead.
All right, well, let's get a little information here. I'm assuming this game is in Tallahassee. Yes, it is. Wow. You just try to get a feel for what's going to happen in these games, man. There's so many. These guys know each other, okay? This is an ACC game. Everybody's seen this Paul Johnson running attack. If they get you on your heels, you're in trouble, okay? I don't care how good the teams are. If Georgia Tech ever can get a little bit ahead and get that running game going, I've seen them put teams on their heels, good teams, and win games they shouldn't win. I'm not sure I think that's the case here, but I'll tell you what, that 12 points makes me pause. I'm looking at the last time these two teams have played, it was 2015. So it's been a while, okay? So it's been a minute since the Seminoles have taken on this attack. And Georgia Tech won that game 22-16. My gut instinct would say stay away for now, but be looking to Georgia Tech if you're going to make a play here. Don't always take what appears to be the easier side, which would be Florida State at home. Be careful on this one also.
All right, be nice here, Louis Bag of Diamonds, because this was supposed to be my alma mater, but the dorms had a foul scent, so I never made my way to Tallahassee.
Oh, Well, that's all right. I will. I'll be somewhat kind. I'm agreeing with Tony here with Georgia Tech and the points on a lean, but I think I like it a little bit more than a lean. You look at this Florida State team; they're only expected to be a middle of the road team this season, and they're facing a wishbone that's going to be able to keep the game at their pace. I don't see Florida State being able to outpace them. I think the 12 points is going to be too many. Yes, they haven't played in a while, but every time they have played, it's never been much more than a 5-point game. So I think the competition that they both play is fairly competitive for each other. So I got to